Darren Fletcher reacts after Scotland miss out on a playoff spot with World Cup qualifiers nearing their conclusion. We look at how Premier League players got on during the international break. There were plenty of international games taking place around the world, with some important goals scored alongside some significant injuries. Here's a roundup of how players from your Premier League team got on. Arsenal Aaron Ramsey played all 90 minutes as Wales secured a vital 10 victory in Georgia to keep their hopes of automatic qualification alive. Alexis Sanchez scored a late winner in Chile's 2-1 victory over Ecuador to move them up to third in the South America qualifying group. Arsenal's Alex Iwobi came off the bench to score Nigeria's winner against Zambia, which secured their place at the World Cup next year. Arsenal's Alex Iwobi came off the bench to score Nigeria's winner against Zambia, which secured their place at the World Cup next year. Alex Iwobi's winner ensured Nigeria booked their place at the 2018 World Cup, with the 21-year-old coming off the bench to secure a 10 win over Zambia. Alexandre Lacazette started in France's 10 win over Bulgaria but failed to find the net, while Olivier Giroud came on as late substitute. Granit Xhaka did score in Switzerland's 52 win over Hungary, probably one of the easiest goals he will ever score after an error from the goalkeeper. Shkodran Mustafi limped off with what looked like a hamstring injury during Germany's 51 victory over Azerbaijan. Mohamed Elneny played the full game as Egypt secured their place in Russia thanks to Mohamed Salah's 95th-minute penalty in a 21 win over Congo. Granit Xhaka profited from former Liverpool keeper Peter Gulix's untimely slip to put Switzerland 10-up in the World Cup qualifier against Hungary. Granit Xhaka profited from former Liverpool keeper Peter Gulix's untimely slip to put Switzerland 10-up in the World Cup qualifier against Hungary. Josh King scored twice in Norway's 80 win at San Marino, though the striker was later substituted after suffering a hamstring injury. Jermaine Defoe was an unused substitute in both of England's 10 victories. Harry Arter came on in the 79th minute for the Republic of Ireland in their 20 win over Moldova, and picked up a yellow card in the dying moments. Asmir Begovic made several good saves and also chipped in with an assist as Bosnia-Herzegovina lost 43 to Belgium. Brighton Tahmahmad led the line for Israel as they won 10 in Liechtenstein, though the nation's hopes of reaching the World Cup are long over. Shane Duffy assisted Daryl Murphy's early goal and played all 90 minutes as the Republic of Ireland beat Moldova 20 to keep their hopes of qualification alive. Davy Pröpper scored the opening goal as Netherlands beat Belarus 31. Burnley-Truss Wood scored in the second half but could not prevent New Zealand from falling to a 21 friendly defeat away at Japan. Sam Vokes got the nod ahead of Hal Robson-Kanu to start for Wales in their 10 win over Georgia, and he was substituted for the West Brom striker after 74 minutes. Johan Berg Gudmundsson got the ball rolling with Iceland's first goal in an impressive 30 win in Turkey. They just need to beat Kosovo at home in the final game to qualify for their first World Cup. Stephen Ward crossed in for Daryl Murphy's second goal as the Republic of Ireland secured a crucial 20 victory over Moldova. Jeff Hendrick also played all 90 minutes. Chelsea Gary Cahill played all 90 minutes in England's 10 win over Slovenia, which booked their spot in Russia next year. David Zappacosta started for Italy against Macedonia, but their 11 draw meant they must settle for a playoff spot after Spain confirmed their place in Russia. N'Golo Kanté is comforted by France's coach Didier Deschamps after limping off for France. N'Golo Kanté suffered a hamstring injury in France's World Cup qualifier against Bulgaria. He was replaced by Adrien Rabiot after only 33 minutes. Michy Batshuayi scored in Belgium's 43 win over Bosnia-Herzegovina while Eden Hazard and Thibaut Courtois both started. Victor Moses played a part in setting up Alex Iwobi to score the goal that secured Nigeria's World Cup spot. Andreas Christensen started in Denmark's 11 draw at Romania, as they booked their spot in November's playoffs. Antonio Rudiger came off the bench and scored as Germany completed their 100% record in Group C with a 51 win over Azerbaijan. Crystal Palace James McArthur played the final 15 minutes of Scotland's crucial 10 win over Slovakia at Hampden Park. He then started in Slovenia and claimed an assist, but their 22 draw ended hopes of World Cup qualification. Highlights of Scotland's 22 draw with Slovenia in Group F of the World Cup qualifiers. Highlights of Scotland's 22 draw with Slovenia in Group F of the World Cup qualifiers. Wayne Hennessy kept a clean sheet in Georgia as Wales ran out 10 winners to maintain their hopes of finishing top of Group D. Luka Milivojevic scored for Serbia against Austria, but it was not enough to avoid a 32 defeat, their first of the campaign. Everton Michael Keane came on in the dying minutes of England's 10 win over Slovenia at Wembley, and then started 3 days later in the 10 win in Lithuania. Jordan Pickford was an unused sub in both games. Ashley Williams captained Wales to a 10 victory in Georgia to keep their hopes of topping Group D alive. Mohamed Bezic also started as Bosnia-Herzegovina were beaten 43 by Belgium, for who Kevin Mirallas did not feature. Gylfi Sigurdsson played all 90 minutes as Iceland's 30 win in Turkey put them a victory away from securing a spot in their first World Cup. Huddersfield Town Aaron Mooy started as Australia drew 11 in Syria in the first leg of their World Cup qualifying playoff. Zanka and Jonas Lørsel did not feature in Denmark's win over Montenegro. Leicester City Kasper Schmeichel kept a clean sheet as second-place Denmark beat Montenegro 10, while he played once more in the 11 draw against Romania which booked their place in the playoffs. Andy King played all 90 minutes as Wales won 10 in Georgia to maintain their hopes of qualifying for the World Cup automatically. Daniel Amate captained Ghana in the goalless draw with Uganda and Alexander Dragovic started as Austria beat Serbia 32, Wilfred Ndidi started as Nigeria secured their World Cup spot with victory over Zambia, but Ahmed Musa and Kelechi Iheanacho did not feature. Harry Maguire and Michael Keane helped England keep a clean sheet in Lithuania as Gareth Southgate's side won 10. Liverpool Jordan Henderson and Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain both started for England, while the latter was substituted after 64 minutes as England beat Slovenia 10 to automatically qualify for next year's World Cup. Daniel Sturridge was an unused substitute on Thursday, but came on for 18 minutes in the 10 win in Lithuania on Sunday, while Henderson started and played 90 minutes again on Sunday. The Ox was an unused sub in Vilnius. He won't be a Liverpool player until next summer, but Guinea's Naby Keita scored a neat goal but was later sent off for lashing out at an opponent as he captained his side to a 4-1 defeat by Tunisia on Saturday. Mohamed Salah's double, including a stoppage-time penalty, gave Egypt a dramatic 21 win over Congo and a place at the 2018 World Cup in Russia. Andrew Robertson was a lively outlet for Scotland in their dramatic 10 win over Slovakia on Thursday. He started once more in their 22 draw in Slovenia which ultimately ended their World Cup dream. Ben Woodburn made a late appearance off the bench for Wales in their 10 win at Georgia. Emre Can came off the bench for Germany as the Group C winners ran out 31 winners over Northern Ireland at Windsor Park. He then scored a screamer during his country's 51 win against Azerbaijan. Ragnar Klavan started and helped Estonia keep a clean sheet as they beat Gibraltar 60. Jorginho Wijnaldum played as Netherlands won 31 in Belarus and Philippe Coutinho started in the high altitude of La Paz as Brazil drew 0-0 against Bolivia. Manchester City Kyle Walker, John Stones and Raheem Sterling all started in England's 10 win over Slovenia, which confirmed their place in Russia next year. Walker assisted Kane for the late winner, while Stones played all 90 minutes again in the 10 win in Lithuania on Sunday. Leroy Sane played the final 20 minutes of Germany's 31 victory over Northern Ireland and started their 51 victory over Azerbaijan. Claudio Bravo started in goal for Chile as they beat Ecuador 21 to move up to third in the South America group table. David Silva featured for Spain in the 30 win over Albania, which confirmed their spot in Russia ahead of Italy, while Kevin De Bruyne played in Belgium's 43 win over Bosnia-Herzegovina. Gabriel Jesus started for Brazil in their 0-0 draw in Bolivia and Fernandinho came on as a sub, but Danilo and Ederson did not feature. Nicolas Otamendi played for Argentina in the goalless draw with Peru. Manchester United Marouane Fellaini suffered a knee injury in Belgium's win over Bosnia-Herzegovina and will miss the clash with Liverpool on Saturday, live on Sky Sports. Romelu Lukaku did not feature as he looks to recover from an ankle injury. Manchester United midfielder Marouane Fellaini was taken off injured in Belgium's World Cup qualifier on Saturday against Bosnia and Herzegovina. Manchester United midfielder Marouane Fellaini was taken off injured in Belgium's World Cup qualifier on Saturday against Bosnia and Herzegovina. Marcus Rashford played all 90 minutes as England beat Slovenia 10 to finish as Group F winners and book their spot in Russia next year with a game to spare, before playing 72 minutes in the 10 win in Lithuania. Jesse Lingard came off the bench in the 64th minute at Wembley, and played 9 minutes in Vilnius, while Chris Smalling was an unused substitute for both games. Despite not featuring much for Manchester United, Victor Lindelof started for Sweden and kept a clean sheet in an 80 win over Luxembourg. Daley Blind also played for Netherlands as they beat Belarus Nemanja Matic leveled matters for Serbia in Austria, but a late Louis Schaub goal handed the hosts all 3 points in a 32 win. In turn, Serbia failed to guarantee a spot in Russia, though a win at home to Georgia on Tuesday would confirm their place. David De Gea kept a clean sheet in Spain's 30 victory at home to Albania, which in turn confirmed Spain's place in Russia next year. Henrik Mkhitaryan skippered Armenia to a 6-1 defeat against Poland before scoring their only goal in a 11 draw in Kazakhstan. Matteo Darmian played all 90 minutes as Italy could only draw 11 at home to Macedonia, which meant they must settle for a playoff spot after Spain secured first. Antonio Valencia could not prevent Ecuador from falling to a 21 defeat in Chile. It means Ecuador are now out of contention to reach Russia. Sergio Romero kept a clean sheet for Argentina as they drew 0-0 with Peru. Newcastle United Alexander Mitrovic played all 90 minutes as Serbia fell 32 to Austria and failed to guarantee a spot in Russia, though a win at home to Georgia on Tuesday would confirm their place. Kieran Clark played all 90 minutes at centre-back as the Republic of Ireland beat Moldova 20 to keep their hopes of qualification alive. Christian Atsu was not involved with Ghana due to a calf problem, and Matt Ritchie also withdrew from the Scotland squad because of a minor injury. However, DeAndre Yedlin played all 90 minutes as USA won 40 win against Panama in Orlando. Southampton Ariane Bertrand started at left-back for England in their 10 win over Slovenia at Wembley, which saw them confirmed as Group F winners and into next year's World Cup automatically. Fraser Forster was an unused sub for both the Slovenia clash and the 10 win in Lithuania. Stephen Davis captained Northern Ireland to a 31 defeat against Group C winners Germany, and Virgil van Dijk was named in the starting 11 as Netherlands won 31 in Belarus. Davis skippered Northern Ireland again as they lost 10 in Norway on Sunday night, with Michael O'Neill's side now facing the prospect of a playoff tie. Dusan Tadic played all 90 minutes as Serbia fell 32 to Austria and failed to guarantee a spot in Russia, though a win at home to Georgia on Tuesday would confirm their place. Shane Long was brought off late on in the Republic of Ireland's 20 victory over Moldova after missing a couple of good chances to score. Maya Yoshida played in Japan's friendly win over New Zealand, and Mario Lemina suffered defeat with Gabon as they were beaten 30 in a World Cup qualifier by Morocco. Stoke City Joe Allen played in the heart of Wales midfield for all 90 minutes as Chris Coleman's side beat Georgia 10 to maintain their hopes of qualifying for Russia automatically. Darren Fletcher captained Scotland to a vital 10 victory over Slovakia, and then assisted Robert Snodgrass' late equaliser in Slovenia, which was not enough to send them into the playoffs. Darren Fletcher reacts after Scotland miss out on a playoff spot. Xherdan Shaqiri set up 2 goals as Switzerland eased to a 52 victory over Hungary. Jack Butland played 90 minutes and kept a clean sheet on Sunday as England beat Lithuania 10. Ramadan Sobhi played 88 minutes as Egypt reached the 2018 World Cup in Russia thanks to Mohamed Salah's 95-minute penalty in a 21 win over Congo. Swansea City Łukasz Fabianski was an unused substitute in Poland's 2 wins over Armenia and Montenegro, which in turn booked their spot in Russia next year. Tottenham Harry Kane captained England and scored a 94th-minute winner as Gareth Southgate's side beat Slovenia 10 to qualify for the 2018 World Cup with a game to spare, before scoring the only goal again from the penalty spot in the 10 win over Lithuania on Sunday. Highlights of England's 10 win over Lithuania from Group F of the World Cup qualifiers. Highlights of England's 10 win over Lithuania from Group F of the World Cup qualifiers. Harry Winks made his England debut on Sunday in Vilnius, putting in a man-of-the-match performance, while Kieran Trippier also started. Eric Dier played all 90 minutes on Thursday while Dele Alli was suspended for the tie, but Ali did start and play 81 minutes on Sunday. Christian Eriksen scored Denmark's winner in a 10 victory at Montenegro, and then scored from the spot in the 11 draw with Romania to confirm their spot in the playoffs. Ben Davies played all 90 minutes in Wales' 10 win at Georgia to keep their hopes of topping Group D alive, and Jan Vertonghen and Toby Alderweireld started together for Belgium as they won 43 against Bosnia-Herzegovina, with Vertonghen scoring the 3rd goal from a corner. Hugo Lloris kept a clean sheet as France claimed a crucial 10 win over Bulgaria, but Moussa Sissoko did not feature. Davinson Sanchez played as Colombia suffered a surprise 21 home defeat to Paraguay, having led 10 in the 88th minute. Heung-min Son started South Korea's 42 friendly defeat to Russia, and Serge Aurier kept a clean sheet with Ivory Coast as they drew 0-0 in Mali. Watford goalkeeper Orestes Karnezis started in Greece's 21 win over Cyprus, as did Daryl Janmaat as Netherlands beat Belarus 31. Mollaway kept a clean sheet to help Mali draw 0-0 with Ivory Coast. West Brom Gareth McCauley and Johnny Evans started in Northern Ireland's back five, while Chris Brunt was in midfield as Group C winners Germany powered past them 31 at Windsor Park. All three players also featured as Brunt's own goal saw Northern Ireland slip to a 10 defeat to Norway, although Michael O'Neill's side have still secured a playoff place. James Morrison and Matt Phillips started for Scotland in their crucial 10 win over Slovakia at Hampden Park. Morrison was injured for the Slovenia tie, while Phillips featured again in the 22 draw which ended their World Cup dream. Jake Livermore was an unused substitute in England's 10 win over Slovenia at Wembley. Grzegorz Krychowiak played in Poland's victories over Armenia and Montenegro, which confirmed their spot in Russia next year. Hal Robson-Garnu started on the bench for Wales but came on to replace Sam Vokes in the 10 win over Georgia with 15 minutes to go. Salomon Rondon failed to find the net as Venezuela drew 0-0 with Uruguay, and Nacer Chadli came on as a late substitute in Belgium's 43 win over Bosnia-Herzegovina. Ahmed Higazi completed 90 minutes as Egypt secured their place in Russia with a dramatic 21 home win over Congo on Sunday. West Ham Joe Hart kept a clean sheet for England as they beat Slovenia 10 at Wembley to book their spot in Russia next year, and Aaron Cresswell made his first England start in the 10 win in Lithuania. Joe Hart was in goal for England as they booked their spot in Russia with the win over Slovenia. Marko Arnautovic scored Austria's second goal as they beat Serbia 32, though their hopes of a runner-up spot were ended after Wales and the Republic of Ireland both won. Javier Hernandez scored for Mexico as they beat Trinidad and Tobago 31. Winston Reid captained New Zealand and played all 90 minutes in their 21 friendly defeat to Japan.